अब हम आमंत्रित करेंगे प्रेम कुमार चौधरी जी को। आप ITN हैं और सोशल जस्टिस के लिए बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, लोगों को सशक्त करने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, समाज में परिवर्तन लाने के लिए आप काम कर रहे हैं। बतौर एंटरप्रेन्योर आपने अपनी IT फर्म खोली और सैकड़ों लोगों को आपने रोज़गार दिया। आपकी पहली कंपनी है जिसने आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के साथ एक कंपनी शुरू की। आप यू हैव द फर्स्ट कंपनी टू स्टार्ट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बेसिकली, एंड यू वर इलेक्टेड एज जनरल सेक्रेटरी एट IIT खड़गपुर। और मैं ये ज़रूर साथ में जोड़ती चलूँ, आप पॉलिटिकली बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिव हैं प्रेम कुमार जी।
First of all, I would like to thank to our Mentee Foundation's organizing committee for have a wonderful evening over here. Actually, I started my career from IIT खड़गपुर and आपने जब नैनो जो देखा होगा उसमें हम लोग 3 दोस्त थे जो नैनो डिज़ाइन किए थे इंजन उसका। When Ratan Tata was asked the group of people and Mr. A.R. Mohanty was the head of the Tata and Ford both globally. तो हमने मुझे मौका मिला and we got an opportunity to how design a car which is very small and the challenge was economical, like we have to be very economical one and engine should be very economical as well. So we designed the car. The first bottleneck appeared about the oil pan. I'm just giving an example of how the evolutions and revolution happened together in entrepreneurship. Then we designed the car and we designed the oil pan engine without acoustic vibrations. We designed the first way the finite element like method analysis for you can say for the engine, those people who are from engine background. So then we came up with the final that the engine was basically developed by Cummins, the Tata Cummins, and that time the Tata was telco. Then after that from my college I got 7 offers. One from Lehman Brothers London and then Coca-Cola, Indian Army, because I was the head of the pantaloons for the Indian Army NCC cadet in Kharagpur. I was the general secretary for the IIT Kharagpur as well. I contested elections, I won the election as well. Eventually the Google CEO, the Sundar Pichai was from the same hostel. Arvind Kejriwal was my 7 years senior and we were the same room basically, room number C306. So I actually basically, and that from that time, I went to join Lehman Brothers London as an investment banker. And then from my journey started as an investment banker, then I worked for all top class people, starting the CEO of Citigroup, Vikram Pandit, the CEO of BlackRock Solutions, Laurie Fink, and I worked with almost all the cutting edge technologies, especially in the fintechs. Then I left my company in 2010 and started my first company in fintech. In fact, have you heard about the blockchains, right? So the blockchain was first invented by our company, like the decentralized technology. And now people talk about chat, GPT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, how everything can happen. The one challenge also, there's a big challenge for every entrepreneur, right? Because I'm currently the mentor for IIT Kharagpur and IIT Delhi as well, and I used to go with all these problems. We come here, give lectures, ye hai, waisa hai, but in reality it's very tough. It's a very tough journey. From a single idea to implement, how to implement those ideas into reality, and you have to go through a lot of other challenges like economical, with the feasibility, compatibility, acceptability. So those words always comes in mind. और हमने तो यही सीखा है कि in computers there is only 0 and 1, बीच वाला कुछ होता ही नहीं है. तो entrepreneurs के लिए यही होता है, या तो ये सही है या तो खराब है, बीच वाला कुछ नहीं कि करना है नहीं करना है. And most of the entrepreneurs I feel they are in middle between, right? Is it right or not? अगर ये सही है तो सही है, go ahead with this. And entrepreneurs should always move ahead. मेरी पढ़ाई लिखाई बहुत I am not from a very good institute. I studied from a very remote place in Bihar. उस समय लाइट भी नहीं होती थी. We studied in a temple, मंदिर में एक लाइट जलता था, वहाँ पे हम लोग पढ़ाई करते थे. 4 दोस्त, और out of 4 friends, 2 are IAS officers in 2007 batch and 2004 batch, और वो सारे IITian बने. मैं भी सिविल सर्विस दिया था. You can meet now. One is basically commissioner for Bihar, the municipal commissioner Animesh is my best buddy. The one guy who was basically left civil services and joined the philanthropy work. Now he is basically moved out around the world about the cutting edge technologies. So basically my field, then I started working in the farmer field because my root cause is from as a farmer. So मैंने शुरू किया कि how we can basically transfer the people, which is basically cumulative the 19% of the GDP, the agriculture. So I thought there are a lot of opportunities. We talk about technology, we talk about robotics, we talk about medical. We have actually now working on one project where maybe in 2000, by next 3 to 4 years, it will come up in the market. Like the cancer cure can be detected by AI, and it can be done maybe 99% accuracy that some of the cancers can be treated easily by AI. And that is helpful because you can understand the AI is basically the cumulative, the collective of the brains. So I think, so let's say if someone has a pancreatic cancer, right, and he has a trend of the disease, like trend of these medications, and he has gone through, let's say 3 years, 4 years or something like that, and let's say, so we have collected the data, those who have survived from the cancers across the globe, and we're working for Harvard Business Reviews and all the top data centers to basically transform that data into a machine learning. So the machine will predict, so someone has, let's say, diagnosed with any type of cancer, and the symptoms, what are the stages, then the system will basically predict you are in which percentage of the patients who got cured from such type of medical practice. So the system will basically predict what type of medication, what type of the treatment that you need to go for that, so that your life will be easier. And the system will take care of everything about basically designing the trend, the patterns, the diagnosis and everything. So I have worked on that front, like AI, robotics, machine learning, chat GPT, and I work also on the other side of the bell curve, which is basically a farming. So I started, I think, like, let's start do something. So now I set up 3 factories, especially for the farmer. One is basically potato wafers, and one is basically beverages company, which is basically collecting the mango pulp to beverages, and also the how potato can be converted into a potato wafers. And our products are now getting into not in India also, but also exported to other parts of the country, world, we can say. And we are basically giving direct and indirect employment of around 1,000 people. And this is basically, I felt like now we are trying to set up a food park somewhere in Himachal with an investment of around 250 crores. And it is basically creating the forward and backward linkage of how the farmer can be benefited. So, and also I am now advising the Prime Minister office also and the CM also, and in fact in COVID also I did a lot of basically give my advice to PMO. In fact, if you have seen the orange and red and green classification of the entire, that was the suggestion given by me to the PMO. And the use of railways, and also we have suggested how like the petrol pumps, and then during those scenarios, because the time was very limited, right, how to do that and all, right. So we collectively made a team, and then we suggested a lot of things. We suggested a lot of we have a group of the people who suggested, because I belong to Bihar, and we have a very good community from Bihar, from IAS, IPS, civil servants, researchers, ISROs and scientists as well. So we basically helped the people in Bihar also how we can generate the empowerment. तो मेरा यही कहना है कि आप अगर कुछ भी करें, because I think the young entrepreneurs think about the financing. The government of India has a lot of liberty for doing that. Eventually they start up, and I think a lot of the speaker has already talked about it. But the main thing is how to achieve that, how to achieve that fund into your account. That's basically more challengeful things. वो स्कीम तो होता है देखने में कि चलो ठीक है ये मिल जाएगा वो मिल जाएगा एंड ऑल राइट, टू गेट दैट फंड वो कैसे करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज द बेसिक मोस्ट चैलेंज. आई थिंक फॉर दैट वी हैव एक्चुअली आई हैव पर्सनली given a 10-pager report to the government that there should be an ease of doing the business. You know, how we can do the business, like how we can get the subsidies, how we can get the schemes that can be beneficial for the poor farmer which are not basically versed with the technology. एक किसान जो खेत में काम करता है उसको क्या पता कि क्या टेक्नोलॉजी है, क्या सब्सिडीज है, what is SFAC, what is seed B, what is those type of things. He understands because social empowerment, I believe in India, the social entrepreneurs are most challenging things, and there's a lot of things, a lot of areas that we can improve on that. Because people are very hardworking, but they just need a guidance. So we have asked to do some e-chopals, like that, to get into the village, because we have to understand, like we can't create anything. We can create only our agriculture fields and the crops that are basically in our hand. We can't get anything else. So basically India is the largest producing of the crops, which can be basically, so the government has basically needs a lot of things on food processing, the other technology. So people should get a benefit of that, because now India is, you can say the signing India or whatever the name that you want to give, but I think that India is going into a very, very, very upcoming market. India has a big market as well as the production sector. So I think food processing can be a very good potential opportunity for people who are not well versed with the technology, but they understand how we can make mango pickles and can basically ship to another state. Okay, because we understand. I can quote example. I think we have running short of time. There are a lot of things to do. So my experience says that whatever you have thought, let's go ahead with that. Okay, and don't think and don't compare with it, and don't basically read a lot of books कि क्या इंटरव्यू ने कहा, उसके सिचुएशन अलग थे, आपकी सिचुएशन अलग है. Think that you are the good, you are the boss, that's it. बाकी सब हो जाएगा. One failure, second failure, third failure, but there are a lot of learnings. And मेरे हिसाब से जो ज़्यादा फेल होते हैं वही ज़्यादा सक्सेस होते हैं. Thank you very much.